Welcome back. This morning we have Dale Moore with us, and I know he doesn't need an introduction. Welcome, Dale.
Hi, how you doing, Jim?
Good. Dale is kind of in a different role this morning. He's not going to be teaching us from his Bible study. He's actually going to demonstrate some new techniques that he's doing with teaching piano, and I have lots of questions.
Okay, then I'll give you answers. Shoot.
Okay, well, this is not answers, but he's going to give us answers. Well, the first thing we want Dale to tell us about is, because I don't know any of this, do you play by ear? Did you take piano lessons? How many lessons did you take? Did you know, because a lot of us take 2 or 3 lessons and then we quit for whatever reason. So,
yes.
And we wish later on in life,
yes,
as that. And it's not my fault that I quit. My parents quit me. But anyway.
They saw no hope in this, huh? Yeah.
Well, no. I lived on a farm, so if that answers your question,
yeah.
some the potatoes came in maybe on my piano lesson. So.
Right, I understand. Yeah.
But anyway, tell us your background in piano and.
Yeah. No, I actually started taking piano lessons in a traditional way, and when I was 8 years old, my paternal grandmother died, and she was a pianist. And I did not know this until just recent years, but she was very well known in the county and gave lessons and stuff like this. And so when she died, my parents said, "Do you want to take piano lessons?" Well, I'm 8 years old, and you go, "Well, I guess so. I don't know." So I started taking piano lessons, and so I took lessons in a more traditional sense. Took from a lady just a few lessons, and then I believe that lady retired. I don't remember her name. But then by the next year, I was taken from Glenda Rainey, who many people will know here in the community. And I took from her for the next 10 years and studied more traditionally. And I just took piano lessons and just took lessons. And by the time I was 10 years old, I was actually playing piano in the church every now and then. When I was 14 years old, I became the organist at First Baptist Hanceville. And it's just simply because I didn't have anybody else. When you're desperate, you do things,
Now, if you took lessons for 10 years, I'm sure that you could play just about anything. And by the way, I've heard Dale play lots. I heard him for an entire year, every week, play all the time, and very, very beautiful.
Yeah, well, thank you. Well, no, I can play anything that I would practice, anything that I'd want to. And even at that end of that 10-year period, I could, because that's high school, I'm finishing high school. And I was going a totally different way. I was a chemistry major in college, and so I was getting a degree in chemistry. But I kept playing the piano, and then I started helping the church out, leading worship and ministry of music thing. And within about 6 months, I realized I was supposed to do that. And so I wound up changing majors, and so I got a bachelor's degree in music, a master's degree in music, and a master's in church music. So 2 master's degrees in music. So I've got a lot of the academic traditional training in piano in the background, that kind of stuff. And I taught that way for about 33 or 34 years. I taught that way. But this last year, or this year right now, as a matter of fact, I started teaching in an entirely different way because of people like you. Okay.
and this is my question. Yeah. Okay. I learned to read the right hand. And as a matter of fact, I ordered that "Oh Lord, You're Beautiful" by Keith Green. I think it's beautiful. Well, I ordered the music and I can't even play it at all. I mean, I'm sitting there. I can't. It's so tiny. One thing I can't even hardly see it. But I can't even do it. And I was going to try to do the left hand, and I'm trying to put the chords, which I haven't took enough time. But I learned to play with my right hand, and my mother always wrote down what I did octaves and chords.
Octaves and chords, yeah.
And my mother always wrote down the left hand for me. So if it was supposed to be G or C or F or whatever. So I could read the right hand. But now I couldn't just sit down and play something without practice. And I'm sure you could just put a piece of music in front of you and you could just play it. But, I can't do that. But that's what I wanted to know. Is this new technique? Is it learning just to play with chords? Because I can, just by knowing what a song sounds like, if I practice long enough, I can. With just chords, I can
mess around
do
with
it.
Yeah. This entire method ties into everything. So if you're a background like you are, okay, you can come along and start this, and you can play. If you like I am, you can come along and play. It's what's referred to as a play-and-bass method. Okay, play-and-bass. When you have your first lesson, and the lessons are different. Most of my lessons are group lessons. There's 2 or 3 or 4 of us together doing a lesson. So that dynamic is just a lot of fun. But you're actually playing a song when you lead the first lesson with both hands. The first 10 songs, you're playing pop, you're playing jazz, you're playing rock kind of things, you're playing gospel songs, you're playing Amazing Grace. Like Amazing Grace is the 4th or 5th song with the chords. You know how you have the words up there with the chord? You're playing that at the very, very beginning. And so what we do is this. We play, it's playing based. You play until you've learned 30 or 40 or 50 songs. I mean, you can play these songs without music. You don't learn how to read the music at the very beginning. You're playing, and then we come along after you learn 30, 40, 50 songs, and we start teaching you how to read music. See, the way we've approached it in the past has been backwards, because like I've got a little granddaughter, Eliza, and she's learning how to talk right now. And she goes, abba, gubba, 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 gubba. I don't look at her and say, Eliza, shh, be quiet, be quiet. She's 2 years old. Be quiet. Don't say anything. In a couple of years from now, we're going to show you how to put a line and a curve together in a thing called letters. And then we'll put letters together into a thing called words, and words into things called sentences. And once you learn how to read this, then you'll be able to talk. But that's what we do with piano and music. We sit there and make you learn a foreign language to be able to do something. And so what I do with this thing is we learn how to play, and then we layer on top the reading, and people are going crazy over it. Okay, I know we've only got about a minute left here. I want to teach you a song. Put your right hand up.
Okay.
Okay. And you just do it to yourself right here.
Okay.
Like, and we had to do it sort of backwards. So here is the bottom. Your thumb's the bottom. Here's the middle. Here's the top. Take your finger, your other index finger, and point like that. Do that. So here's the bottom. Here's the middle. Here's the top. Okay. Do this from the middle. Go da da da.
Da da da.
Do it again. Middle to top. Da da da. Then good. Go from the top to bottom. Da 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 da.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, from the top.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Da 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 da. Good. And then go from the bottom to the middle. Da da da. And then do this. Da da. I guess the third and second finger.
Da da.
Now what I would do is I would go through that once or twice, and then I would take over my piano, and I would put your hands like this right here on the C, 5 fingers over 5 notes, and then we would do this. Da dun 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 dun. Ode to Joy.
Okay.
Beethoven's symphony theme. You learn that song. You've just learned the song in about 60 seconds.
So how long would it take me to learn 50 songs? I mean, about how many lessons can I have learned 50 songs?
It depends,
especially since I know a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of people are your story. You know, they used to play years ago and they want to pick it up and come along. Usually you can do a song a week real easy if you're starting from the beginning. I have many students that played a little bit. I have a young man right now, he's 12 years old, and he has been doing this for about 14 weeks and knows about 40 songs.
Wow.
And so it depends upon your motivation and what you're doing. And somebody like you could come along and learn about 30 songs, 40 songs like that easily, I would say, in 3 or 4 months' time. And the thing is, you're playing blues, you're playing stuff that you would never imagine.
And see, I would love that. I would love
now,
that.
I think they're putting my website up on the screen.
Yes,
If you go to my
that's what I was
website,
gonna
you can
say.
see videos of the students playing these songs.
Okay.
You can see them, and these are my real students in my studio. You can see them doing
Okay,
that.
so real quick, tell them, and we'll put it up on there, how to contact you if you want to take lessons.
The easy
from
way
Dale.
is just go to dalespiano.com or give me a call. It's 256-887-9088. If you can't remember that, just call the TV station, TV27. They know how to get a hold of me.
That's exactly right. And that's 256-739-6652. And thank you, Dale, for being with us
Thank you so
and
much.
teaching us that.
Bye-bye.
We'll be right back with more of the Morning Show.